most popular streaming channel, UTV 124 on Facebook. Get it now. Check us out on Instagram at UTV 124. Email us utvslu@gmail.com. Yo, UTV. It's not just for me. It's definitely TV for you.
All right, I would like to say good night to each and everyone. Right now, we have DJ Fearless in the building alongside MC Blacks, and it's all about truth to power. Don't forget to support the vibe. Link up is all about UTV. Anyway, now tonight we have an artist a little later on. We're gonna do a little interview a little later on. Last week I was a little bit rusty, but this week I on board this week. Anyway, DJ, take it away. Alright. It's just about an easy warm-up still.
Do you remember?
Easy vibes.
Remember it was under the sycamore tree.
28 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Wow.
It was under the sycamore tree. The sun started shining. It was under the sycamore tree. I tell them to flee. I tell you it was under the sycamore tree.
I and I now go bow. If you kill man, we show up about death, we be bow. And we are on bow, you know. So if it's time for man, dead man, we dead like how yo. I and I.
A little later we have DRC coming on. Tell us about his musical story and background, you know.
So if it's time for man.
Yeah, but DJ Fearless in the building alongside MC Blacks.
More politics can come between. Until the whole of the gully can feel.
Have you ever got to
tell me this?
Have you ever?
Last week they say my belly was too big.
You need to take
right now I wear a shirt, you all can't see my belly.
You're not ready for this yet, boy.
Can the kid what we tell them?
Make a girl come.
You come on and go say a little juggle in a while as well.
You say you don't. You can't say a thing if you end up against fun. You're not ready for this.
Tell me this.
You're a little fool, I say I am
wow.
The world. And with my bum scary and I sleep over world. Get your act together for
if you know about Baby Sham, if you know about it, yeah that.
Did you even realize the woman have mood? You have to know for young little girl of one room. That's why you're the man I eat bully pound of food. Oh no, they're ready for this.
Remember them tune there? All remember them kind of tune there? Wow. Yeah, my big up to Toujours fresh straight out of Dominica locked in. Toujours big up. Wow.
Who's around with a jeep full of honey? Each one want to introduce me to their mommies. Some want me back up and come over with my luggage.
Yeah, my big up to Dynamite Sound as well. Tim Jonas. Bashman Inc. big up on yourself. Tell me this. One time. You see tonight there's some fellas have to go and call a woman phone, you know. You want to know why?
Can't you see what I've been going through? Cause I wanna be with you.
Listen to the old school segment right now. DJ Fearless, take it away. Take it away, take it away.
Can't you see what I've been going through? Cause I wanna be with you. Baby, don't
yeah man, toxic baby mama, big up yourself on the Instagram. Hold on.
Changes I've been going.
Tell me this.
Cause I wanna be with you. Baby, don't you wanna be with me? Listen up, make me read out the application to see I wish DJ can run.
You see DJ Fearless?
Cause I'm in the mood.
The boy have a technique there, you know.
So who's gonna be?
I don't want to know who am I?
Well, about to kill
tell me this.
So it can't man. Why kind of cute, but me not trust baby.
Hold on.
Too much
hold on. Hold on. Simma, who got the keys to my bima?
Who am I? The girls them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush?
You see when you see MC Blacks coming at the place,
Who am I? The
they
girls
say my belly too big,
and
but
I.
I make them know big belly man can work well.
You ever buck
Jonas, big up yourself.
a bucket? Drop your nigga like your nigga can't stitch it.
Hold on.
Drop your ox like a cow you wanna
Easy
chop
vibe.
it. Drop your
DJ Tara, big up DJ Smokey.
It's like a riverside up on the bank.
DJ Laba, the gold finger.
Bicycle so you
What
want
big
it
up on
and
the
that.
side?
So you watch it so you crash it. She a tell you say you grab it. Girl she a beg you wanna ball take it stop it. Bad man plug in and me a move like a electric. It's like a basketball she take time out the ball.
DJ Fearless.
So this along with the
I want you to give them a taste
I mean him man
of
de-
something.
Drop it, I said sim simma. Who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my chest.
The girl them want the long performer, strong performer. Bang the bang, call the wrong performer. Make them off the look and the man. Them want the long performer, strong performer, and not the wrong performer. Them want a man when know the slam. The girl them want the long performer, strong performer. Bang bang the bang, call the wrong performer. Make them off
When
the
them ladies know say they don't want no 2 minute man.
strong performer, and not the
They
wrong.
want someone that can go a long distance.
The girl them want a man, fit on them inside, outside. Give them a ride and make them feel like them on a bus just collide. So if you not perform the way you should, money not go do you no good. Cause when them want you walk and they want one of them a child, you know them a taste style.
Yeah, man, big up to the Instagram massive, big up to the Facebook massive as well, who's locked in.
Good, girl and your friend.
It's all about UTV.
Wave your hands up.
Truth to Power, Bashman Inc.
Inna the mood, please don't say me rude. But me hood don't mind to see you nude. You make the whole life so move and your skin feel so smooth. Really want to do what you want to.
Well, me want to see you one inna the air.
Why?
You never get a slap.
I don't remember them old school tune there.
All of the and them inna the air, you
Tell me
make
this.
air. You never get a slap.
Send the fire in the chat room, and send up the fire in the chat room.
Inna the latest aware. Them can't smear your career. With you them want compare. But you no borrow where. You no taste man like Chuck Beer. You no get no kill Islam. No confess no man. Tell them you no one night stand.
Girl from Tennessee, one man you keep, not four. And you're not deep, you are seashore. Wine in a slow motion.
What me tell she baby?
Smell can you close, no full of hands for. Muggle and pose, you're not a sore. Pop style pan a girl, some more. Wine in a slow motion and give them a potion, nostalgia.
You no beg, you no borrow. Pride in your marrow. Embarrassment, carry your sorrow.
Can the kid go on mad in the studio? What? Let's go and hold it down.
Make all your life.
Hold it down.
That's why man guy and fella wants to rap each other. You full of melody like a cello.
You are lit, she a follow, she a sing, you a shallow.
No solid, she a lot. From you no sleep at
Don't
all.
forget it's all about Truth to Power.
Not for, and you not deep. You are
Them say if you don't like us for 2021,
give them a potion. No
we
step
don't respond for nothing we do next.
and sport.
One time with this.
Pose, you're not a sore. Pop style, but
Yeah, man, shout out to the listeners on Hit FM right now. Big up on yourself. Next one, read them. Take me back. Take me back. One time. And the kid tuck in your belly. Tuck in your belly. Whoa. Look, somebody say man should not whine like that in the bedroom. Anyway now, hold it dog. Yeah, man, it's all about DJ Fearless, alongside MC Blacks. It's all about Truth to Power. Team Jonas in the building, Mosbus in the building. UTV. Big up to the people that was locked in. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this.
Them now wine, you broke out and wine. Tell them say nobody play no song. When the music bust in your system, your waistline cannot govern. So bump on the bass, shake on the juggle, like you possessed by the devil. All you take a
What them ladies who know say I like to wine, baby, must have wine pon it. Send it up now. Boy. Yeah, my DJ Snow, go and big up yourself. 758. Hold on.
She say I'm nice and she say I'm sweet. Every night and day she want it. She
telling me that the boy is fit.
When the ladies know say they like it slow and nice, baby, take it slow.
She wants
take it nice.
Girl says she loves my body. She tell me she wants in my body. She says she can do that the body.
She says I'm hot and my body perfect. She says I'm the best guy she has ever had. She knows I'm tough when my cocky gets hot. I give her all the magical feeling. She say, please don't go.
You see the next song that
come give me some more.
You see the next song that
like Romero.
Oh, I say, baby, this one is forever.
Baby girl, you find yourself though. That you make my head red oh. Anytime you know they close to me, yeah, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Baby girl, now you I want though. Baby, shine on me you want though. Make we day 1 + 1 or 2. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 1 liter, oh, say 1 liter. 1 liter, oh, say 1 yacha. 1 liter, oh, say 1 liter.
Look, somebody say blacks when they getting married, it's them type of music they want to hear, you know.
1 liter, oh, say 1 liter.
But when I get married, you see the next one. That's my future wife. Tell me this. What? What? One thing I can talk a lot of man, but let's go and pick up on yourself.
I got a lot of songs she sings so. I make her meet a blow. Now my song she dey sing so.
Yeah, man, big up to all the listeners. Big up to the people who locked in and supporting the vibes, you know. Let's go and keep it real. DJ Fearless. Show them why they call you Fearless.
Everything I want she give me.
Show them why they call you Fearless. Tell me this. What? What? Oh gosh. Look how they go to a Zouk party, boy. Oh Lord. Yeah, man, big up to the Cashews masses who locked in. Big up on yourself. Big up to the Sufria massive as well. Henry massive, you're locked in. Where the Baba new people them? Oh,
Professor.
What's it?
What's it? Shwala.
Oh Lord, easy vibe still.
Big shake.
Tell me this. Oh, oh, oh.
Not a mercy. Damn it, not a mercy. Okay. I got a lot of napkins in my briefcase. I got a lot of music I need to displace. Make them try me, nobody replace. When I'm gone, no one can replace. I got a lot of napkins in my briefcase. I got a lot of music I need to displace. When I'm gone, no one can replace.
I tell him it's about time they have to open up the country, you know. You see that thing they're doing for the Easter, talking about 3 o'clock, people have to be inside for curfew. Alright, tell them this. Tell them this. Tell them this. Tell them this. Hey. Free us up, shots there. Free us up. Whoa. Them say free us up. We want to go and party.
This one I better do with the jabata.
Oh gosh.
Me, I no get time, I did that. Dada cover my face, calling me la bada.
You see if you don't like us.
And we know they
but anyway.
Bada. Tell me, what's it come? G-Wagon, all depend. The girl them, ride the boat. I no fit, die for nothing. What's it come? G-Wagon, all depend. The girl them,
you see them ladies that know say they tall, nice and pretty and slim, baby, that's for you. Tell me this. Whoa.
I never knew there was a love like this before.
Tell them this. Where the shopping ladies?
Never had someone to show me a love.
Big up to the black chocolates and them, you know.
No.
Ladies, big up on yourself.
Wow. Now that we have come to be a brand new life, I can see. Never thought you'd be a special part of me. No,
Watchman in, big up on yourself anywhere you there. DJ Smokey. Alright.
Because of you, I can go on and make it through.
Yeah, man, Pro Style, big up on your birthday as well. Anyway, you there, go and big up yourself. What? Tell me this.
And I wanna say I never knew there was a love like this before. A love like
Imagine it. The way you play DJ Fearless. Remember around 10 years back when I was in England. It's a club used to call Panama Bar. Let me tell you this. Them say once it nice, you have to play it back twice. Alright. Tell me this right now. Oh gosh. One time. You see, tonight we're on a different level, you know. Tonight we're on a different calm. DJ Fearless, tell them something like this. Right now, you all have the studio hot up. Where the fire in the chat room? Outside, super alley, let's stay inside. Girl, your body booming like dynamite. Baby, for you, making it all right. Outside, super alley, let's stay inside. Girl, your body booming like dynamite. Hold on. Baby, for you, making it all right. Hold on. Baby, I'm here for you, yeah, right next to you. Fess up, yeah, you know. I like how you do what you do. Bend your back and touch up your toes. Only you can give me this healing, baby. Only you can get me this cold. When you're home, is it tonight there? We're just making a young DJ do his vibes. Baby, it's you that I really want, baby. I'm with you, my love. Well, it planets. Yodi, hey. You see, people don't know about these songs there. Them tune, they're so old school, they can't remember that kind of music there. This kind of music is what I make you have babies, you know. Let's go and pick up on yourself. With you, my love, with you, everything is well, your love, they make my heart to do yodi. No. Once again, good night to each and everyone who just locked in. Go and pick up on yourself. It's all about truth to power. Wait, they make me UTV. Say you go be my wife. DJ Fearless alongside MC Blacks. Tim Jonas in the building. Can't Nikki. It's my time. Bus. Now because I pray to girls for you every night and day. I pray for you because of you and they fly like butterfly. Baby Nayoka, I want to know what's up. Your honey pot, my number one in town. If you cooking, I cook up, begin and cook. Only if a camera could see Candy Kid right now. Only if a camera could see Candy Kid right now. Baby you see the next song I'm gonna play there? I want to tell Shasta and the whole heap of them free us up, you know. You see that thing they doing for the Easter where they talking about 3 o'clock curfew kind of vibe there. We don't into all of them things there, you know. You understand where I'm coming from? But anyway, people, follow the protocols.
Listen to double M when I'm singing to you, girl. Yo, I am feeling.
You see, for Easter Sunday,
just feeling.
I want to free up myself.
See what I'm seeing. Oh, baby. Yeah. Look, do you see what I'm seeing? I am feeling, I'm feeling. I know you feel it too. Girl, I know it's true. Yeah. Do you want me to try to hold it back? Tell me, baby, do you like it like that when I rock with you? Ooh.
You know, big up to the crew from Marshy. Big up to the Marshy crew locked in. Big up on yourself. Big up to the Forestier family. One time.
In hours and non-stop jam. You is a gem, let me take your hand, just come.
Girl, I make man ball out the boat. She whine, she whining good, yeah. Good, yeah. Good, yeah.
Easy vibe still.
Front way, back one.
somebody.
Girl, you're sweeter than Kim Kardashian, Gabrielle Union, Disha Rambutan, you're sweeter than, you're sweeter than. And your
Yeah, my big up to all of them who sending the fire in the chat room. Go and send it, go and send it.
Tuck it up and tuck it up on the wall.
If it has locked in, big up on yourself.
To make your ball scream.
Yeah. Personally, don't take it too personally. They used to laugh at me personally. Now look at me, look at me, look at me. Them couldn't see my struggle. Them couldn't feel my pain. Them wasn't there when my heart did fight with my brain at night.
Some of them not there when the struggle is real.
I come from a housing scheme with a big dream, and a meal once always a million miles away.
Imagine if I tell somebody my story tonight, they will say Blacks, you mad.
Like a feeling to quit and just
Imagine my vehicle down.
on my knees
I
and
had to catch 2 buses just to reach in the studio.
now it's
So we can bring you all these lovely shows. Tell me this.
them kill me.
Hey.
I wanna dance in the bayside that wine in the wayside that. See me now, make them kill me. Dance in the bad mind, I don't know when you but tell them you will see me now. They see me now.
They say we live and well.
They see me now. Envious people, I beg you please, when you see me, don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now.
I want to take you all back in a little while. You know.
Talk the things them boys say.
You see when they call my phone and I say hello?
She had the thing I love.
Baby.
She from I don't know. She wears and go low. Pick up the place like a dojo. So what you say, what you say, what you say? Pretty girl, when you come my way, what you do, what you do?
What me tell you, baby?
Let's get through.
Hey.
Girl, roll up your way, show me that wine. Turn around, girl, don't be shy.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah. So girl, I love all the way you blow my mind.
Oh, I love that song. You see that part there? I love that part. Watch it. Baby.
Are you ready? Are you ready for it?
Hey, are you ready?
Are you ready for it? You want give me that? Don't hold back. Wind it up. Right there.
You see tonight, baby? Tiki, you see tonight?
I'll give you that sweet type of love. Sweet type of love. Come give me that sweet type of love. Real type of love.
Hold me, darling. Yeah, man, big up to the crew from Marigo Bay. Big up on herself for the locked in. Yeah, just go and big up.
She sweet like a mango.
Hold on.
She pretty thing like a mango.
And the kid. Tell them this.
Don't know how she pretty thing like a go-go. Tell her why you take off your shoes, bun down the dance. Take the charm, baby. I want you show me your moves, girl. Oh, your band, so take the charm, baby. I want you there long, 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 long.
You see for 2021.
Charming, baby. I wanna give you love, love, love all night long. Take the charming, baby. Girl, you bring this on yourself. Look how you stand out in the crowd. I know you smile when our eyes connect. Oh, 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 oh. The kind of girl that I dream
You see
about.
for 2021.
A little bit of attitude.
Can the kid know what we telling them?
Easy and the
If they don't like we,
my girl show up.
you know we go tell them.
Look at
You
me
know we go tell them.
around. So girl, you know what?
Oh yeah.
Now with this.
Hey, I said I can't do it not one thing. I'm back. Can't do it not one.
No, I say I have to pull up that song. That song too bad. You see for 2021, if you don't like us, you can't do us that one thing.
Well, alright then.
Big up to UTV.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tell me this.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, I said I can't do it not one thing. I'm back. 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 Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. I'm back. Can't do it not one thing. I'm back.
When Shasta talk about he want to shut down the country.
Let them continue.
You see the day they open up the country.
Can't touch because we stay.
Ah, boy, we have to fetch you now.
Practice
We have to fetch you until the white time.
You want me to go? You can be looking the way you do. You can be cooking the way you do. You can be hooking me if you want me to go. You done hook me already. Could it be your cute pretty face? Could it be the oil in your waist? Make me feel like a hotter chase. You hook me already. Girl, you're smart, you know how to spend. When you take care of the children, this should never end. This should never end. Na 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 na.
Yeah, man, go big up to all the supporters on the Instagram. Yeah, man.
But your back on me close in
A garbage bag.
Put it on the ground,
say we're limited for time, you know. Let's say we're limited for time.
Ready to give up on we just so. Cause if you want me to go,
you can't be looking the way you do.
You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking. Bend over, practice for the work, gal brace, position, gymnast, love the way.
I don't remember that song by Vuv.
Bend over.
Remember that song by Ochalon.
Position, gymnast.
Tell me this.
Give me rub, gal, take a flick. Turn round, look back, take a pic. Whining skill, show them you have it. You must.
Last week I was in Cashway's walking, and a woman meet me and say, Black, says, so long I don't see you.
How are you
The woman says, so long I don't see you. You know what I tell her? Go and tell me this. Hey, bend over.
That's you. I believe that it's you. So long I see you. Give me a wine now.
Ah, boy. When you want to know your business,
I believe that it's you.
I won't be telling them.
So long I see you. Give me a wine now. Give me a wine now.
You see when the country open up?
Long time.
Oh boy. So long I know. Hold on.
Give me a wine now. Give me a wine now. And I'm pick up for all this time. Pick up for all this time. Hey, look cool. You know how long we already see you.
Yeah, my DJ better go and pick up yourself. Locked in.
Now what we go do? Hey, long time.
Yeah, man, Nessa, pick up yourself. You're locked in the club.
Tonight is your night.
Tell me this.
It's your one, baby. Do what you like. Why you know you please, baby?
Tell me this.
Do what you want to be tonight.
When a woman tell you that, you know what me telling her, baby? Hold on. Carry on.
Carry on, baby. Carry on. Carry on, baby.
Boy.
Carry on, carry on, carry on.
Tell me, how you go wine like that? Tell me, how you go bubble like that, baby? Look like you want me to
Hold on.
that. The way you wine in the way set good and sit down on top. Then you bend up your back and you start push back.
Yeah, man, DJ Fearless, go and pick up yourself, you know. Up and coming DJ in the business.
Can you bend up your back? Then you start push back. You give me good love. Never wanna give you right back. Just start push back right back till you feel it.
Yeah, man, I would like to say once again, good night to each and everyone who just locked in. You know, it's all about truth to power. Anyway, now go and pick up yourself to all the listeners, all the people on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let's go and pick up on yourself. We see the next segment we're going into there right now. All right. What? Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this.
Oh my gosh, she must be taking class. Now watch it, let me pass. Let me wind up on that hot Oh my gosh, she must be taking class. Now watch it, let me pass. Let me wind up on that hot
That I won't go calabash. That I got the bell over and ball of class. That I will let go tire.
Come on, DJ Lucky, big up yourself.
When you can with me, walk a wet color glass. Uno shall let me beat it a flash. Oh gosh, she may right off fast. Make I crash. Make I chibe griply like a bracer on us.
Oh my gosh, she must be taking class. Now watch it, let me pass. Let me wind up on that hot
See the bike bag, cock up and grab it.
Tell me
Take it up
this.
left, right, body rabbit. Hands on the
Tell me
ground
this
back
right
way, so you
now.
like it. Hands on the ground back way, so
Hold on.
show me the box, let me put in the jack. Bend up your back like a question. Back I do good with exclamation mark. Bend up your back like a question mark. Tell me in the room, no water, just bend up your back like a question mark. See back I last year, wake up on the top.
Where my deadly segment massive? Tell me this. Hold on. Umpa, big up yourself. Booyah. Messi, Freezy, Freestar, Tactical, Seagull, hold on. Them say they have to free up the country so we can go and party, you know. Them say we have to go and party. Tell me this. Boy. One for them. Ten, tell me this, tell me this, tell me this.
Now come see, everything the girl have made in China, eh?
girl says she have a cup from China. Then she says she have a spoon from China. Then she says she have a plate from China. I wonder if she have a China vagina.
Whoa!
Nice clothes and shoes from China. Mommy, auntie, and sister.
If you love weave and makeup, that's what we telling them.
China, China, China. You wine fast like a timer. You not underage, you not a minor. Why you have to make me smile like a hyena? You need help, I can be a guide. You look fine, but your other friend fine. Big up Melanie, big up Aisha. They also have a China. The girl says she have a cup from China. Then she says she have a spoon from China. Then she says she have a plate from China. I wonder if she have a China vagina. Lift up eyeliner.
Whoa! Stick it on a, tack it on a, tick it on a, tack, 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 and she whine and she whine and she. My girl, go.
One pick up and you boost up.
One time.
Tick it, tack it and drop. Tack it up with the full stop. Send it high like jump on the loose rooftop. Gal.
Where them girls know say they can TikTok and TikTok and TikTok. Be a big one, big up on yourself.
Hey.
One
pick up and you boost up.
One time.
Tick it, tack it and drop. Tack it up with the full stop. Send it high like bunkers and loose rooftop. One pit to get you boost up. Tick it, tack it and drop. Tack it up with the full stop. Send it high like bunkers and loose rooftop. Stop, stop, stop.
Hold on,
stop,
hold on,
stop,
hold on,
stop,
hold on,
stop,
hold on.
Stop, stop,
yeah, now, yeah, now. Oh, baby, drop on it now. What's it?
Y'all just balance it, y'all just balance it, just balance it, y'all just balance it, just balance it, just balance it.
Yo, CJ.
Big bumper girl, check the thing, girl. Big bumper girl, check the thing, girl. Big bumper girl, check the thing, girl. Check that thing.
Hey. Them know say it's all about truth to power, you know.
Check the thing, girl. Y'all just balance it, y'all just balance it, just balance it, y'all just balance it, just balance it, just balance it.
Yo, CJ.
Big bumper girl, check the thing, girl. Big bumper girl, check the.
You see if they have carnival this year.
Check the thing, girl.
That's what we go and do. Tell me this.
Check the thing, girl. Check the thing, girl. Check the thing, girl. Check the thing, girl.
The best thing they can do for the country right now is free us up for the carnival, you know. That's the best thing they can do.
Check the thing, girl.
Hey.
Check the thing, girl.
Them girls say they're ready to see Team Jonas on the road. Hold on.
She from the X to quick.
Swing it that way, swing it that way, swing it that way, fling it that way, fling it that way, swing it that way, swing it that way. Come on, can you work with it, work with it? Can you jiggle one spot with it? Let me sink in your back with it. Now, clap, clap, clap with it. Come on.
You know, every time I hear that song, I have to say, Formula, go and pick up yourself, original dancer for Team Jonas.
In your back with it.
Tell me this.
A quick snap.
One time.
Yes, me like it. Girl, you full of vibes. Nice, plus your body's alright. Can I get your VIP ticket to Vice? Swimsuit looks so cute on your backside. The way your bum slides like a cantaloupe slides. Grabbing my appetite, got me thirsty for a wine. Just a bump and grind, disturbing my mind. By your waistline.
Black boy, what we tell them?
Come on, can you walk with it? Walk with it. Can you jiggle one spot with it? Let me sink in your back with it.
Coucher femme, allez couche là. Ou aime boy, allez tête couche là. Ou pas aime balai pas souvent à Bosta. Mais où ça hausse qu'on a fuck lift là. Wine next stick ça, pour mes jokes ça.
I like the ladies who can stick it and wine it at the same time. One baby, big up on yourself. Tell me
this girl over there. She have a nice different there. If the man can't do the work, girl come over, let me backfill there.
Hold on.
Backfill over there. Backfill down there. Sevi fat, sevi pel, sevi good là. So me sa fin fait travail là. She say shuffle it again. She say dig it up again. Dig Dylan them again. Dig son, dig mud them again. She say I know you can work on Dylan.
You see when they see me?
Dylan.
You know what I'm going to tell them?
Dylan. But
my girl.
Dylan. She wanted to call a tractor. Whoa. But me better than 40 tractor. She realized
turn around, gas it up, overtake, bumper rolling with no number plate. In the junction there, with a break. Left side, right side indicator.
Just needed to free us up for carnival. You know why?
Don't mind them.
We We need to party, you know. The people and them frustrating. We need to free up the vibes.
Gas it up, overtake. Bumper rolling with no number plate. In the junction there, hold a break. Left side, right side indicator. Gas it up, overtake. Bumper rolling with no number plate. In the junction there, hold a break. Left side, right side indicate. Bend over, do a 6:33. In other words, 33 past the hour.
Somebody tell me, Blacks,
like a foxy.
Where you going tonight? You getting married or something, man?
Most wanted.
They say Blacks look good, you know.
Why
I say, baby girl, I know I look good.
That
but you see the next song right now? That's for you.
Scooby-Dooby, gas it up, overtake. Bumper rolling with no number plate. In the junction there.
Hold on.
Left side, right side. Gas it up, overtake.
The impact you have on me is very dangerous, you see. Our body chemistry is too strong.
Jonas, what we tell them?
Close to me, violating my body. Oh, I wish this thing could last all night.
You know what I want to do one of them days?
Yeah.
Jonas, you know long with the door, house party.
All night.
Let me see a house party.
I said,
oh God! It's all about truth to power. Coming up right next.
I like it every single.
We have Jonas.
I know it's enjoying so.
Alongside Must Bus.
Don't stop it, you're so rude. Don't stop it, baby.
What for the time?
Don't stop it. Na 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 na.
DJ Fearless, let's go and take it on.
Don't stop it, you're so rude. Don't stop it, baby. You don't stop it. Yeah. Yeah.
Them say MC Blacks need to come out of retirement. One person alone that could have do that is DJ Turum. The Bashman Inc. family and Tim Jonas alone that can take me out of retirement.
This is right.
Hello.
You want, now you're in the mood. Sweet music starts to flow, and I won't let you go. If you're ready, let me know. Let me hear you say, I like
You see right now, I'm gonna play one more song for the people and them. One more song for the fans and them. And I would like to say good night. I'm out. Yeah, man, big up to my Dominican massive. Look at this.
I find myself in a Juve bar with a sexy Maruga man.
Yeah, man, give thanks to my UK family. All of them are tuning in on the Facebook. One big up on the cell.
Could not remember.
Yeah, man, Birmingham massive, big up on the cell. Trinidad massive.
The iron arm is over, so deep.
Yeah, man, big up to the St. Lucians massive. Tell me this.
The iron arm is over. The iron arm is over.
You know it's MC Blacks in the building.
Iron arm is over, so the iron arm is over, so.
Alongside DJ Fearless. One big up the team.
The whining does never stop. Whining does never.
Yeah, man, toujours fresh, big up.
Never stop.
Whoa.
The whining does never stop.
Rough cut sound, one big up on the cell. Bashman in the whole of the crib.
Inside of the mass, people walking coming down.
Yes, sir.
For all these blessings, we have to say thanks to the Almighty.
Yeah, man, I would like to say good night again. Don't forget to tune in next week.
Come on now.
More vibes. More music.
Festival for the carnival.
Right now we have coming up next.
Such love and
Jonas himself.
you can't refuse it now.
Alongside Must Bus.
Resist it now.
It's all about truth to power. And we're out.
Did you get the COVID-19 vaccine? Then you may experience one or a combination of side effects, or even no side effects at all. Side effects may include pain or tenderness in the area where you got the vaccine. You may also notice a little swelling or redness. To manage these, you may apply a clean, cool, wet washcloth or an ice pack over the area. Throughout your body, you may feel chills, fever, nausea, joint pain, tiredness, headache, or muscle pain. To manage this discomfort, you should get plenty of rest. Drink fluids, but avoid alcohol and caffeine. If you need to manage pain, you may take paracetamol, not aspirin. You may continue to take all medications prescribed for you for your health condition. Vaccinate. For you, for yours, for us.
La vaccine COVID wive set lisi ekse pou moun ki an l'âge 18 l'année et moutan, moun ki ka travay a département santé ki wiskab, dokte, nos, polis, pompier, moun ki ni pisadou, kanser, batman chè, presha, l'oppression, epi moun ki an l'âge 65 l'année et moutan. Ou pa ni pou paye pou la vaccine, epi yo pa ka oblige ou point. Registrasyon sa fet online an tout health center ek epi dokte privé. Vacciner pour vous, pour ça et puis pour nous.
Hello, today let's talk about physical distancing, why we need it and what does it mean. Physical distancing is deliberately increasing the physical space between people to avoid the spreading of an infectious illness. In this case, the new coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. This virus spreads from person to person through a sneeze or a cough, or even through talking. The droplets from a sneeze, cough, or loud speech float through the air before settling on surfaces like your countertops, tables, doorknobs, keys, or your mobile phones. It can even be breathed in if you are close enough to a person who has the virus. The virus then waits for an opportunity to be passed on to the next person you come into contact with. Staying 6 feet away from others is the best distance to avoid any spread of the virus from one person to the next. If you're waiting in line at the supermarket or the bank, follow the markers set on the floor to try to visualize a 6-foot distance from the person in front of you and wait there, even outside of the building. Why? Well, if everyone practices physical distancing, we can help prevent the spread of COVID-19 as the chances of passing it on to another person is reduced. Physical distancing also means that we do the following. Avoid contact with someone who is displaying symptoms of COVID-19. These symptoms include cough, sneeze, sore throat, and fever. Avoid the unnecessary use of public transportation, as you should be going out only when required. If unavoidable, travel with less people. Work from home wherever possible. Avoid social gatherings at bars, restaurants, as well as going to fetes and casual limes, as the infection spreads easily when people gather together. Since you should not be gathering with friends and family, you can still remain in touch by giving a call, connecting online, or through social media. Unless it is absolutely necessary, you should not be visiting older relatives, as they are one of the groups most vulnerable to COVID-19. By these simple actions, we can all make a big impact to reduce the spread of COVID-19 on our St. Lucia.
We have someone in distress. Her son had contact with someone diagnosed with COVID-19. He is a contact.
My goodness. I hope he doesn't have corona. This thing is spreading like crazy all over the world.
I said I will be back. It's time for me to spread.
Don't shed a tear. The germaphobes are here.
Where did they come from?
Your son had contact with one of the corona cases. So let's tell you how to take care of him while he is in home quarantine.
I'll appreciate that.
Have him stay in one room, separate from the family. Have him use a bathroom which no one else will use. Give him his own dishes, cutlery, towels, and bedding. No sharing with others. He should wear a mask, as well as anyone who is attending to him.
Wash hands often with soap and flowing water for at least 20 seconds after attending to him.
Every day, clean all surfaces that are touched often in his room, as well as the surfaces in the other rooms of the house, including counters, tabletops, and doorknobs. A bleach and water solution is very effective for doing this.
Keep his laundry separate from the other dirty laundry in the house. Wear disposable gloves when handling his laundry and wash your hands immediately after removing the gloves.
Mops! Hey, Mops! I heard that you were sick.
I came to see you.
Avoid having unnecessary visitors.
He's feeling well, but we cannot have you visit. Call him on his phone instead.
Oh, okay, I understand. Just tell him I passed by Miss Francine.
Okay, my boy.
Taking these precautions will help keep corona away.
Thank you so much, germaphobes.
Our work here is done. Germaphobes, let's go.
They think they can stop me. I will never give up.
Hey, yours truly from the beautiful island of St. Lucia, St. John. And I am rocking with UTV. You are my criminal. Ah.
The opinions expressed on this TV program by the hosts, co-hosts, guests, and call-in listeners or chatters are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not necessarily represent the opinions of UTV or its affiliates.
Good night, our viewers. Welcome to TTP, Talking Truth to Power, another episode. I am your host, Joe Knows, alongside
Baspas.
Want to say welcome to all our viewers and everybody in TV world. And I'm excited for tonight. It's going to be a very, really in-depth discussion. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Call your family members. Get your Bible, get your Quran, get your books, get your pen, get your paper. We're going to go deep tonight. Baspas, how you feeling, my brother?
Upful, you know, King. Give thanks again. Give thanks to the whole of Ianola Slave Plantation, St. Lucia. Yes, want to large up the whole nation, the whole of the world watching us right now there. I want to say Happy New Year to all our brothers and sisters that follow the cosmic calendar, which is the stars, the sun, the moon, and the cosmos. Right now there we presently the constellation. We're going through Aries, where we come spring, where things come new. We can see the flowers, everything budsing out. So even the government call their budget around that time, you know, and they call it a fiscal year. So they know the science and they're using it upon us, the people. So we have to get in tune back with nature. And Brother Joe will be touching, as he tell you, deep with the people that have lost their spiritual connection with where they are to be. So we give thanks to all that have joined. Brother Joe, I would like to thank latch up a lot the bus drivers. I meet so many bus drivers that are telling me we're not shouting them out.
Oh yes, all right, because the minibus drivers
man,
from all over.
Yes, a lot of even our CCC workers. I bet I want to CCC workers. They love the vibe, they love the program.
Also our market vendors, all the market vendors, those who sell the produce, those who sell my breakfast every morning, I take it down at the market. And of course my cow hill soup, my cocoa tea, I want to say big up to them because they get up in the morning early, come prepare for us and give us something to eat.
Yes,
and of course, big up all those who are watching the program, near and far, or home and abroad. We want to thank you. TTP is now one of the hottest shows on TV, bringing truth to power. Quickly, we want to go into tonight's topic. We want to ask, with the pandemic, the corona pandemic, how comes none of the religious churches, none of the prophets of God were able to predict the coronavirus pandemic?
True.
None of them was able to predict it. They could predict everything that happened before and everything else, but they never predicted this would happen. So we want to know how comes, if the prophets of God did not predict this happening, how comes Bill Gates
was able to
predict the corona pandemic, and also he is predicting other calamities that is coming up, meaning climate change and bio warfare.
Yeah.
So here you have Bill Gates. Out of everybody, he is the one predicting what's going to happen to us in the future. We want to ask, who is Bill Gates and why is he the one predicting our future? And it seems to come to pass.
Yes.
So tonight's topic is, why is it that the men of God have not gotten this one right and Bill Gates have gotten it right? I'm saying to you, question is, who is Bill Gates? And is he a prophet of God? A false prophet? This is the question tonight. Because we need to go deep, deep, deep. Forget about what is happening with the pandemic. It's already happening. But how comes he was able to predict it and is the only one with Dr. Fauci are the ones who today are on our TV. You see them every day. They were there in the time of Trump and they're here now in the time of Biden.
Yes.
Even in the time of Obama, they were there.
Yeah.
And they have been predicting this from the time they came on the scene. Who is Bill Gates? And what does he know? And how deep is he involved? And how comes the men of God, the church, couldn't get the pandemic right? In fact, they've gone quiet.
Yeah, and the church quiet right now. They're not even the Catholic Church I'm hearing too much from, especially when it comes to even right here, right now, we see even the Good Friday, which is something that's so dear and reverent to them, is being affected by laws being passed by our government right now there.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
they silent. They leave the people just there to themselves. The people self wondering now. But what will take place with our
Easter
Good Friday,
celebrations, yes,
our Easter,
yes.
what we have been celebrating for centuries. Even, I think Easter in St. Lucia older than independence, you know.
But of course.
You understand?
Because as long as the church has been a
Present.
church.
You understand?
Because understand, let me just touch a base quickly to those who are biblical and understand this. Understand that around the Easter time is the same time that the Hebrew Israelites celebrated the Passover.
Yeah.
And the Passover was when the angel of God passed over the children of Israel, and they were supposed to go into their homes, lock their doors, and they were supposed to put the blood of a lamb, yes, over the door. And when the angel of death passed, that was in Egypt, that the angel of death would pass over those homes that was covered with the blood of the lamb. This is something that was said to have happened in the time of Egypt, when Moses and the children of Israel were going through that. So this is what was celebrated by the Hebrew Israelites in the time of the Old Testament time. Look with me. And now you have when Jesus Christ's advent came, and you had the Council of Nicaea of 325. And they came together and they literally, because they were the ones who put the New Testament together.
Right.
There was no New Testament before before Jesus Christ came, there was no New Testament. When he came after, he lived his life, the apostles wrote everything, but then the Council of Nicaea, which is the Roman Council, came together, sat down, and they were the ones who compiled the books.
Okay.
Okay? And they were the ones who gave us Easter. Because the Hebrew Israelites, work with me, who observed the Sabbath, who observed the Passover, that's what we observed back in the days of the Old Testament. But when Jesus Christ came and they gave us a Council of Nicaea and they put the New Testament together, they give you Easter.
Right.
And Easter came from, of course, pagan worship. That's why you have Easter bunny. I've never seen a bunny lay eggs.
It has a deeper esoteric meaning.
Right. So they now give us Easter. Now, so for as long as you've been a Christian.
But not cutting the discussion short. But we have to go in depth, because it's the Christians that brought in even calling a person pagan. Because if you watch the meaning of pagan actually is the set of people that go in against what that's more common in a place.
Correct.
Yes.
So when once you do not follow the
them.
Christian
teaching, they will teach your philosophy.
For example, they would say people with your belief, they would say a pagan.
Right.
Because they couldn't understand what you were.
But you imagine in the pagan, like you just say the Easter bunny and the eggs. In our spirituality, when you see an animal, you watch what qualities, what attributes that animal have, and you tie it to the being, because a picture was worth 1,000 words. So if I have a small space to leave an imprint on somebody, instead of writing words, I could draw a carving, something that could tell
you
a whole tale one time. That's where our people came from.
That's why you have the hieroglyphics.
The hieroglyphs and things, that's where it came from. So we don't have to write so much words. Like, for example, you go in the Bible, you see so much words. But when you go there, you would see pictures. And it depicts so many things you can draw out of it.
So work with me now. So we have the Passover is what the Hebrew Israelites celebrated. When the Christians came out with the advent of Jesus Christ, understand Jesus Christ is not the name of the Hebrew Messiah. He was called Yeshua. But again, understand Rome and the Romans, they who are the ones who brought English.
Yeah.
The English we speak today came from the Romans.
Yeah.
Okay? So, again, the Romans, and understand St. Lucia is, what's our number one religion?
Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic. So our number one religion is Roman Catholic, which makes Easter
largely celebrated.
Correct. So moving forward now, Easter. Do you know right now that the government is literally putting their, how would I say it, their stamp and saying you cannot have your Easter celebration throughout the day. By 3 o'clock, if you have any mass, any gatherings, anything of that sort, what happen?
Go home. You have to be home.
But Maspas, how can it happen in St. Lucia when we are pretty much Christian nation and Christianity is our main religion and the church supposed to have supreme power? How can the government of St. Lucia, the CMO, and the Prime Minister tell us 3 p.m. curfew and go home and you can't finish your church, you can't go to your family, you can't do nothing? I mean, Maspas, what is your take on that 3 p.m. curfew thing before you go deep into that?
Number one, you would have to ask, if St. Lucia is a Christian nation, is it Christian people running the nation?
Supposed to be. I would like to know if our Prime Minister,
yes,
if Brother Guy Joseph, if Brother Harold Stanislas, I mean, it's Mary Isaac, I don't know if our political leaders, are they truly Christians?
Now, the next thing too is from my historical point of view, watching my story as a black man story in the Western Hemisphere. Every time our people saw Christians, we saw a set of people that were robbers. They genocide a lot of people on the land. They went about doing crusades, and in these crusades they kill millions in the name of their Jesus. As you said, in the Hebrew it was Yeshua. So that Jesus is something else.
Yes, correct.
It is something else.
Very correct.
So in that name of something else that didn't even exist to the black man,
they have done us
a lot of injustice. Now when anybody come to me proclaiming that same Jesus that was given by the Vatican, as you say, in the council there, given to us to exalt, when somebody have to be aware of that. Now most times they swear in a minister, they swear them in on that Bible. They hold up that and they swear them in on that. And then you can see what is happening right now there. Our ministers can do what they want, and the people know it. They will not sit down a time in jail. We haven't seen, let me tell you, and I will keep repeating that. I just watch shows like Richard Frederick. bless up yourself. I just watch Christopher Hunt, bless up yourself.
Big up this, all the shows, Christopher Hunt, Richard Frederick.
Straight up.
Yadi, Jaim.
Jaim and Yadi. Oh, I rise with
Andre Paul.
Andre Paul. And you hear my voice calling.
Yes. And I want to recommend, literally give you that strength because you're always on the show giving your point of view.
My point of view. And what I'm saying, I see a lot of people come up with allegations upon corruption,
money going, money disappearing, you know, all kind of.
And what that hurts me, I see in learned people that they trying and, like, for example, if Richard Frederick can tell me, boy, the Prime Minister is thieving our money, and then as a lawyer now, you can't even really say you can take them man to court because them man have the Attorney General in their pocket. They have prosecutors in their pocket. They have all these kind of things. Even me hearing that and we cannot do them, nothing gets me upset. It gets me upset. You understand? Because how could that kind of corruption be taking place? You're telling me that, and
there's nothing that can be done about it.
And you're telling me the police and them are in it. The police and them are in it. You're sitting there, you're knowing it. But it's us, the people, you will come and
punish
and thing.
So in saying that now, I mean, I want to know quickly, because we have to stay on course.
Yes.
Who made that protocol for Thursday 7 p.m. curfew, Friday 7 p.m. curfew, Saturday 6 p.m. curfew? Wait.
I listening.
Sunday and Monday, all of a sudden, 3 p.m.
Right.
And then back on Tuesday, 9 p.m.
True.
Why the up and down that? Why not just give it 7 p.m. curfew? Or just stay like that? Why 3 p.m.? Let me show you something quickly, because everything is being done, it's not by accident.
True. It's by plan.
But it's being coordinated.
Design.
By design. These people go in their little chambers, they sit down, and they think, how can we trap the people? Question. The same Easter, stay with me, the same Easter, what time was Jesus crucified? What time was Jesus crucified? And tell me, what time did tenants go inside? What time was it crucified?
Honestly, I cannot remember offhand if it gave a specific time. What I feel it gave is the sun or something. It spoke about the sun.
Okay, I'll work with you, Ms. Passon. I respect your honesty because you said you're not quite sure, so you don't really know. So I respect that. You can't remember?
Bigger,
Jesus Christ was killed the 9th hour.
Okay.
The 9th hour. He was also killed, I would say murdered, between the evenings.
Why would you say murder?
Because they said they killed or murdered an innocent man. What did he do to deserve to be crucified? One of the worst deaths a man can face. I'd rather get gunshot before
But remember that death was orchestrated by God himself.
Well, again, that's another discussion.
Okay.
Because one thing I want to ask quickly, does God really accept human sacrifice?
I would want to ask that too.
Okay, so let's stay right there. But he was killed the 9th hour. How do you get the 9th hour? Let's watch it carefully. What time did they tell you that the curfew starts back? Or the curfew ends? So they tell you curfew starts at 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. and they tell you it stops at what time in the morning?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Why 4 a.m.? Because 4 a.m. going to 5, just when the sun is about to rise. Jour vert. In Carnival, we wait for the jour vert.
Right.
Jour, day, ouvert, open. The opening of the day. So they tell us our curfew stops at jour vert. They have to stop it at jour vert because that's when the sun breaks. They know what they're doing because they're doing evil. They work in darkness. They cast on the light. They're doing the people evil in darkness. The government is a government of darkness. they never tell us what they're doing until last minute. We the people never know until months pass. They tell us last minute.
True.
This is not working out for us because we're supposed to know as a people and a government what's going on. We work together, but we're not working like this. They do what they do in chambers, they hide in darkness, and then they put it on you. And then you just react like, what's going on? Why 3 p.m.? So, okay, quickly. The day starts in the morning when the sun rises. And the sun rises at between 5-6 a.m. Right. That's why Juke Boy is on 6 a.m. Count for me, the 9th hour. If it starts from 6.
6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. How many hours I checked?
9. So you're breaking a prediction there.
They killed Jesus the 9th hour. He was killed at 3 p.m. And they're telling you to go inside at 3 p.m. Think about that. So they know what they're doing. They're crucifying Jesus Christ all over again, and they're letting you know and go back inside and stay inside while they make a mockery out of everything. Who gave the government the right to tell us must pass to go inside? Big hot sun. You mean you can't go to the beach? If you go to the beach, you have to run. If you go to your parents, your family's house, you have to run. If you go, where would you go on Sunday and Monday if you had to go somewhere?
Me? Well, I live in the moment, you know. I live really in the moment.
So you wouldn't go and see your family, your friends, or go to the beach? What must do on Easter?
Well, the thing is, Brother Joe, I really, the calendar, you see they have there where people celebrate Easter and these things. I do.
Okay, so you're not into the Christian thing, but
no.
But then here you have a couple of holidays.
Right.
What would you do must pass as a must pass day?
Well, normally there have times I go and see my family, and it don't have to be a holiday. I create my own holiday.
Right, but this if you had to do something this weekend, what
sometimes,
would you do?
most times on even the Christian holidays, I would still be working.
Driving and things so?
Yeah, man. I would
okay, so you do at 3 p.m. you have to pack your car?
Well, again, I wouldn't pack my car. I wouldn't pack my car. And straight off, I don't understand why the people let the government margy them so. Because if y'all say the people is the government, I want to know if it's when it's elections alone. So if you're asking who put the curfew at 3 o'clock, the people that put it.
Why?
Because they're staying inside.
Well, they haven't said it yet.
Huh?
It ain't happened yet.
That's the only way it can happen.
So you're saying that if the people don't obey the curfew,
they cannot do nothing about that. Let me tell you something.
But they can be arrested.
Arrested, and they have a whole community of us. Are we letting 5 police arrest us? No, because listen to that. Watch out. Around the world, across the world, people start checking, but that's how the government lying to us. And people, if we have to show pictures and images across the world, people rebelling and breaking against those curfews. This thing's illegal. That's an illegal thing on the people, because we as the people are supposed to check. Okay, y'all tell us, we as the government, did you tell them people 3 o'clock? No, we sit down there as brothers and things. We have to sit down and say, Gaza, which one of us tell them people 3 o'clock?
No, but none of us did that.
You think the Prime Minister will start his home 3 o'clock? He can move about how he, so he don't care with that. He can move about how he feel, please. In St. Lucia, the person that break the most protocols already is the Prime Minister. I never see him go down. I never see him get arrested. Okay? He up behind police motorbike and I say it on Andre Paul and them already. Without a helmet, he don't get arrested.
So you see there's two.
I just see a picture of him and Sarah Flood talking to people, they're masked down. So what is us the people that letting them do us these kind of things?
But listen to me, Muspas. If we the people go and we break the 3 p.m. curfew and we're out 4 p.m., they come with their guns and batter and they beat us. What happened now?
That's why the people are supposed to know about their defense. Don't let your defense down. Because that's how the system come on us. See? Because we let down all our arms and our thing, they can just bulldoze, they can just come and kick down the gate in the ghetto. They can't go and do that capacity. You have to press a button, and hello, who is it? No, we're not letting you in where you're on this kind of thing.
True.
You check it, but
True.
you can just come and kick down my galvanized thing that have a little latch. You understand?
So
because we have no arms, no
Yeah,
security,
yeah.
no nothing. So let me tell you, right, the police was never set up for us, the people.
To serve and protect us?
Never. The police replaced the dogs of the
White
slave
man.
master.
The white man.
The slave master used to hunt us with dogs.
True.
That's the deeper science. And when they think they put police, that's why when the elders and them say police station, you all think it's just so. The science again behind it.
That makes sense.
A dog in our ancient thing signifies the spirit world of death. Once you see these people is death.
And that's why when you hear a dog howling,
at certain
I
ways,
said today, oh,
and them kind of way, they will tell you
Amun Kamo.
Basil and Plasla.
Yeah, Amun Kamo.
You understand?
And I listen, we're not knocking on the police force, we're speaking truth to power because this is our culture, our history, this is our life. And we're trying to avoid a calamity which is about to happen between the people and the police. Because 3 p.m. for Lucians, that is not Lucian times to go inside. Especially for a pandemic, they're starting to see, maybe, you know. So, here it is that the police force, you can be as clean as a whistle. Once you go in for a roadblock, must pass, and you know you're clean, but you go in for the roadblock, as I see roadblock, your heart's stopping. I don't know if you just feel that way too.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, right? I've never, police come at my home already with their guns in my window and everything. Brother Joe, I go through with them police already.
But I touch tell you, every time I see...
Yeah, his blood run cold.
But it's just something about it.
Yeah, so... And
it's a force.
The name alone is a force. But even I called on Friday, Andre Paul program, he had the lawyer there. And the lawyer was breaking down the meaning from the Black Laws Dictionary of criminal.
Okay, yes.
Because Russell and Andre had a little problem with it. When I call him and I ask him, explain what attorney, because he's an attorney, he couldn't even give the explanation. He said you have to go and read. And you are an attorney. And you're reading what a criminal you not are. You're not a criminal. I speaking so deliberate for him to get it. And you're not when I say that. You're speaking about a criminal, but you are an attorney, you say. Attorney to defend the people.
Right.
And you cannot tell me from that same dictionary
what a criminal is.
What an attorney is. You understand? So that's what it is. Right now, our people need to check. Even the attorney is not set up for us, the people. Scammers. That's what these people are. Now, if we don't learn their codes, their tricks, and their thing.
And when we go to the courts, we get bamboozled, and we literally lose our case because we don't understand. It's not what you say, it's what you can prove.
But yeah.
Evidence is what gets you guilty. Okay, and a criminal, they say in our layman terms, you are innocent
until
proven guilty. But in St. Lucia, it's the other way around. Once they arrest you, you're a criminal, you know.
Yeah.
If they go down with me or must pass and they see us in handcuffs, hey, Usav, you are with him, must pass and Joe knows, they criminal.
Yeah, well, they arrest me a few times already. But a proud criminal.
But you understand this. Yeah. Until you're not convicted, you're not said to be a criminal. But then that's still an argument, so they will get back to you. The lawyer will get back to you on that matter. But let's go back to the topic. So, again, the curfew, Sunday and Monday, I think will create problems for the law enforcers and even the government, because St. Lucian people on the ground, I'm telling you, we walk the streets, you hear them saying 3 o'clock, 3 p.m., not for them. So I don't know what the police and the authorities will do. I think that protocol is unfair. I think it's unjust. I think it's going to create chaos. It's going to create problems. And I'm always asking, why do the authorities go down that road to provoke the people to riot or to rage when they could at least just leave them for 7 o'clock and call it 7 p.m. curfew, Monday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, and we go down and we go back to Tuesday and go back to 9 p.m. Why you have to go to 3 p.m.? You know, people are big people. They have to go to their families. It's Easter Sunday. They want to go to the beach. They want to free up. It's hard under the pandemic. You know, a whole year of corona. You want to take a little free up? It's Jesus Christ weekend. It is death and resurrection. What are you interfering in all that for? Now, moving forward. I want to know, why is it that the church could not predict the pandemic, but Bill Gates could have? Mr. Engineer, could you play Bill Gates literally predicted the pandemic all 2015 and beyond, and we didn't even pick it up because we're busy doing our own little thing. But these guys are on the ball because they know that they know that they know, and they know that most of us don't know, that we don't know, that we don't know. So they do their thing in full face in front of us, but you know, it passes us over, and our governments and our leaders are sellouts, a bunch of wimps, and they don't tell us the truth. So, Sanusha, listen to this. Bill Gates talking about corona, the pandemic, years before it happened. Could this be that he was a prophet? But what kind of prophet? Because he prophesied this would have happened. But let's see what happens.
When I was a kid, the disaster we worried about most was a nuclear war. That's why we had a barrel like this down in our basement, filled with cans of food and water. When the nuclear attack came, we were supposed to go downstairs, hunker down, and eat out of that barrel. Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Not missiles, but microbes. Now, part of the reason for this is that we have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence, but we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic. Let's look at Ebola. I'm sure all of you read about it in the newspaper. Lots of tough challenges. I followed it carefully through the case analysis tools we use to track polio eradication. And as you look at what went on, the problem wasn't that there was a system that didn't work well enough. The problem was that we didn't have a system at all. In fact, there are some pretty obvious key missing pieces. We didn't have a group of epidemiologists ready to go who would have gone, seen what the disease was, see how far it had spread. The case reports came in on paper. It was very delayed before they were put online, and they were extremely inaccurate. We didn't have a medical team ready to go. We didn't have a way of preparing people. Now, Médecins Sans Frontières did a great job orchestrating volunteers, but even so, we were far slower than we should have been getting the thousands of workers into these countries. And a large epidemic would require us to have hundreds of thousands of workers. There was no one there to look at treatment approaches, no one to look at the diagnostics, no one to figure out what tools should be used. As an example, we could have taken the blood of survivors, processed it, and put that plasma back in people to protect them. But that was never tried. So there was a lot that was missing, and these things are really a global failure. The WHO is funded to monitor epidemics, but not to do these things I talked about. Now in the movies, it's quite different. There's a group of handsome epidemiologists ready to go. They move in, they save the day, but that's just pure Hollywood. The failure to prepare could allow the next epidemic to be dramatically more devastating than Ebola. Let's look at the progression of Ebola over this year. About 10,000 people died, and nearly all were in the 3 West African countries. There's 3 reasons why it didn't spread more. The first is there was a lot of heroic work by the health workers. They found the people and they prevented more infections. The second is the nature of the virus. Ebola does not spread through the air. And by the time you're contagious, most people are so sick that they're bedridden. Third, it didn't get into many urban areas, and that was just luck. If it had gotten into a lot more urban areas, the case numbers would have been much larger. So next time, we might not be so lucky. You can have a virus where people feel well enough while they're infectious that they get on a plane or they go to a market. The source of the virus could be a natural epidemic like Ebola, or it could be bioterrorism. And so there are things that would literally make things 1,000 times worse. In fact, let's look at a model of a virus spread through the air like the Spanish flu back in 1918. So here's what would happen. It would spread throughout the world very, very quickly. And you can see there's over 30 million people die from that epidemic. So this is a serious problem. We should be concerned. But in fact, we can build a really good response system. We have the benefits of all the science and technology that we talk about here. We've got cell phones to get information from the public and get information out to them. We have satellite maps where we can see where people are and where they're moving. We have advances in biology that should dramatically change the turnaround time to look at a pathogen and be able to make drugs and vaccines that fit for that pathogen. So we can have tools, but those tools need to be put into an overall global health system, and we need preparedness. The best lessons, I think, on how to get prepared are, again, what we do for war. For soldiers, we have full-time waiting to go. We have reserves that can scale us up to large numbers. NATO has a mobile unit that can deploy very rapidly. NATO does a lot of war games to check, are people well-trained? Do they understand about fuel and logistics and the same radio frequencies? So they are absolutely ready to go. So those are the kinds of things we need to deal with an epidemic. What are the key pieces? First is we need strong health systems in poor countries. That's where mothers can give birth safely, kids can get all their vaccines, but also where we'll see the outbreak very early on. We need a medical reserve corps, lots of people who've got the training and background who are ready to go with the expertise. And then we need to pair those medical people with the military, taking advantage of the military's ability to move fast, do logistics, and secure areas. We need to do simulations, germ games, not war games, so that we see where the holes are. The last time a germ game was done in the United States was back in 2001, and it didn't go so well. So far, the score is germs 1, people 0. Finally, we need lots of advanced R&D in areas of vaccines and diagnostics. There are some big breakthroughs, like adeno-associated virus, that could work very, very quickly. Now, I don't have an exact budget for what this would cost, but I'm quite sure it's very modest compared to the potential harm. The World Bank estimates that if we have a worldwide flu epidemic, global wealth will go down by over $3 trillion, and we'd have millions and millions of deaths. These investments offer significant benefits beyond just being ready for the epidemic. The primary health care, the R&D, those things would reduce global health equity and make the world more just as well as more safe. So I think this should absolutely be a priority. There's no need to panic. We don't have to hoard cans of spaghetti or go down into the basement. But we need to get going because time is not on our side. In fact, if there's one positive thing that can come out of the Ebola epidemic, it's that it can serve as an early warning, a wake-up call to get ready. If we start now,
St. Lucia, I hope you all took a good in-depth listening to Bill Gates talking, as of 2015, talking about the pandemic. I mean, as you said, a picture says 1,000 words.
Yes.
I saw the needle.
Right.
I saw the needle. Muspas, why is it that the average human being is terrified of needles?
Because